So the transition zone thickness is 29.7 feet. All right, very easy and very interesting. And lastly is the capillary pressure at water saturation of 50%. So we have the picture already there. Okay, and we are asked the depth to reach 50% water saturation. Okay, the solution will be something like this, of course. All right, and then of course, the depth, the location. What's the symbol? Maybe H or this, and then this SW 50%. Okay? Yeah, you understand what I mean. All right, so it's very easy. The solution will be like this. So it's 144 multiplied by here. So the PC here, by the way, just check it. Depth to reach 50% water saturation. So the solution is here. We already have this actually. So H, the symbol is big H. It's 144 multiplied by the capillary pressure and then divided by the density difference. It's the height above the free water level. So it's very easy. Just use H instead for simplicity. And of course, this is 144 multiplied by this capillary pressure at water saturation of 50%, which is 3.75 here, all right, or maybe 3.5. And then divided by the density difference. Okay, so it's 24.5 feet, all right? But by the way, this is the H, height above free water level. It's not the absolute location. It's not the absolute, position. Okay, and then of course, the location, maybe I'm going to use this symbol. Of course, the free water level, okay, needs to be subtracted by this H. Okay, so it's 5,010.8 feet. Okay, so this is actually the depth here. Yes, so the location of, the water saturation of 50% here, the depth is at 5,010.8. All right, so that's the solution. Okay, so now by the available data that we have, we can calculate the Connaught water saturation. We know the depth to free water level. All right, and then we know also the thickness of the transition zone, as well as the depth to reach 50% water saturation. All right, and just lastly, look at this capillary pressure curve. So above this location, actually we have the capillary pressure, but of course you can convert it to depth. So above this depth, only oil will flow. All right, between the top of the pay down to this location. But if you have your perforation here between this depth down to this water oil contact, So if the perforation, the completion is located somewhere here between this depth and the water oil contact, then oil will simultaneously flow with water. Okay, and by the way, I can calculate this location. I can predict this location. So it's very easy. It must be 5023, the water oil contact, minus the thickness of the transition zone, 29.7 in feet. All right, so bingo. So between 4,993 and 5,023, if you set your perforation here between these two depths, between these two locations, oil will simultaneously flow with water. But above, if you place the perforation above 4,993, only oil will flow because water will exist at its Connaught water saturation. Okay, so I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video about capillary pressure is useful. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in the next Q&A videos. Thank you.